Look, yeah, no more queens, no more kings, yeah.
What's going on, everybody? The Island Race coming to you live with yet another video. This is the first episode of my new show that I got. It's a radio show called Heart to Heart. I got my first special guest in here today, and this is actually this is my mother. So, Mom, go ahead, tell them your name, and just tell them your name and everything.
Hello, everybody. My name is Maddie.
Maddie, what?
I'm sorry. Hello, everybody. My name is Maddie Ricks.
Okay, so today what we're going to be talking about is the whole Kenneka Jenkins case. It has kind of blown over just a little bit. So the media haven't really been covering it, haven't been getting that much coverage. So we're just going to discuss it. We're going to have a heart-to-heart conversation. And, I'm going to let my mom speak her mind. Ma, so when you first heard about Kenneka Jenkins and, what was your initial reaction when you seen, the Facebook post?
So, with the Kenneka Jenkins thing, I was very touched by it, and I think it touched me the way it did because I have a daughter and I have grandchildren that are girls, and it could have happened to a boy as well, but because it was a girl, a young girl at that, it just did something to me emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
It saddened me to the uttermost to see that something could actually happen like that. And there's not a night that I don't think about Kenneka and wonder what it was that happened to her.
Right, because she feel like it kind of feel like she a part of the family, or you feel close to her, or you feel like you know her now that you done learned more and more about the case, and you start to feel like you had this kind of like a connection. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, and it is really sad. I don't understand. So how do you really feel about the case as far as the direction that it's going in now with them kind of just closing the case out so easily like that. They just announced that they just put the pictures out. It's like everything happened so fast. So how do you really feel about what's happening right now with the case?
Well, really, I have mixed emotions about it, and the reason I say that is because one day, because I'm doing a follow-up on it. Not a day go by that I don't want you to get an update on the Kenneka Jenkins case or whatever. But to me, I feel like it's a lot of things that are being covered up. And for instance, the day before yesterday, I surfed the web and read up on it, and they were saying the case was closed. And then yesterday, I read an article where they'd actually opened the case back up again. So, you really don't know what's going on.
I read that they still have some kind of open investigation, but they're trying to just say that it was on fraud or something. The credit card that they rented out the room with was fraud. But I'm like, all right, if y'all rented out the room, if the car was fraud, then what does that tell you about the entire case? Clearly it must be every time it's something deeper than what they're saying. So do you believe her friends? Do you believe that her friends didn't have anything to do with it, or do you think her friends were in on with it?
Well, in that aspect of it, regarding her friends, I'm not really sure because from what I was told in reference to this case, the Monifa young lady, I was told that she and Monifa, and I also looked at videos where these girls looked like they were thick as thieves.
Right.
But one never knows, because my friend today stabbing me in the back tomorrow. So, it's hard to tell. You never know how envious a person is of another person or whatever. So you can't sort of what they say, judge a book by its cover. But again, I was reading videos where they had a fight, and they actually showed videos. So, being on the social media, you really can't exactly tell. You don't know. It's really hard to say.
Yeah.
I want to think that the friends didn't have anything to do with it, but
yeah.
I can't say that.
And then it's money, backstabbers, and
money is the root of all evil, is what they say. You understand?
Yeah, I don't know. So do you believe like the hotel had anything to do with it, or like do you
I'm
think?
kind of believing that because, again, going back to social media, I'm looking at pictures and things like that, and I'm seeing things that just don't look consistent.
Right.
For example, you see people walking, you see a person in the kitchen walking with something that looks like a body in a bag, you know, and that's exactly what that looks like.
So did you seen the pictures like with her? At like when they released the pictures, you seen like every picture.
Yeah, the body's in her body in the refrigerator. Yes, I saw that too. And like with that, the very first night that I saw that, I was, oh my god, it saddened me so bad. Like
It's really
I
creepy.
saw footage where they said that that wasn't her. It looks just like her to me. It looks like to me that in one of the videos that I looked at, it looked like her pants had been pulled up.
You
And
mean
another
you mean
video
pulled?
that I
Oh, okay.
saw,
You mean pulled up or pulled down?
it looked like they may have been pulled down, but somebody tried to pull them back up to put them back on her.
Yeah, because one of the pictures I seen, she looked like they pulled her. It seemed like her pants was like it was showing like kind of her like her butt cracker, not to be like but like
All
it was
right, understood,
yeah
understood.
yeah.
Then another picture, it showed a tattoo in one place, and then they said the tattoo wasn't supposed to be there, supposed to be in the other place, and then you see her lip gloss in one place, and you see her shoe in another place, and then it doesn't look like you can't really tell by a video, but I mean, like her hand, it didn't even look like her body was. I don't know. I like who am I to judge? But it just didn't look like for her to have been in a freezer overnight that her body was like solid or anything like that. Um, I don't know, David. It looks like this is what I think happened. What I think happened was because in one of and I'm going to keep mentioning the video. In one of the videos, it appeared that there was some activity going on outside, and they also showed where there was a back door that you can go through. And what I think happened was I think Kenneka might have ended up outside and they beat her up and raped her and then took her on that side door and took her and put her in the freezer. That's what I think happened.
Hmm. So
Like I said, I wasn't there to see it, but that's what I feel.
yeah, I mean they say y'all women have like those women
Intuitions,
intuitions,
yeah.
even though I think we got the men intuitions. But anyway, so do you think like because there's a lot of rumors saying that like her mom had something to do with it and she's trying to get money and everything. Like, do you believe those rumors?
I do not. I do not. And the reason why I say I don't believe that is because everybody grieved differently,
Yeah.
and they're saying that, the mom did it for the money and they didn't find it. They didn't see the mom crying and nobody saw, I too lost my mother and nobody saw me crying at the funeral home when I went to identify my mom's body, nor did anyone see me crying at the actual funeral.
Oh yeah, I remember though. I remember that. Like, I might have been like I was like 10 or 11 at the time, but I do remember like you held strong like for grandma. I know for granddad, it seemed like you was a little more touched with granddad, but
Yeah.
everybody was like, dang, it was like your mom kind of like she was kind of strong, and that's so yeah, that's true though. That's definitely true what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, like, you got to be strong. I was strong for my children when my mother passed away. My mother was my everything. And you guys, if y'all see me breaking down and crying and falling all over the place, then that's what you guys are going to do. And that she had a daughter that was there and, other family members that was there. So if they see her tear apart, yeah, nobody know how this lady is grieving behind her door.
Right.
Once she go in her house and close her door, nobody knows what's happening. So I, felt some type of way when they, make statements about, I mean, because either way you look at it, even if it is a case where she's doing this for money, guess what? This money ain't bringing her daughter back.
That's true. That's true. So, like, do you believe the rumors? Like, it's other rumors that's going out that's saying like she alive, like Kenneka is still alive, and that goes back to as far as like her mom had something to do with it, like as far as like getting the money, and they act like this is just a host or whatever, and they really found her. but like the case just got big all of a sudden, so they're just gonna run with it. So pretty much she's still alive.
Right. And I don't believe that either. And the reason why I don't believe that is because it was people attending that funeral from all over the world. From all over the world, from cross country, all over the world, people attended that funeral. So, I mean, and I even seen pictures of this girl in the casket. And I saw that they were saying that no, that wasn't her because of her being dark. Hello, they held her body for what, 3 weeks before they buried her? That's what happens.
Yeah, that's true. Because I seen like certain people, they look like totally different when they're in the casket, like after they wait for a long time. So yeah, that's.
Yeah,
I don't
I
think.
believe she's deceased, and
Yeah, I don't
God
think.
rest her.
I don't think she's alive. Like I think she's she's gone, and it's really sad. But social media, everybody is now entitled to like are able to just voice their opinions and just put like so many rumors and stuff out there. So
Right, right, and also I wanted to ask you, did you see that they I'm not really familiar with the games you guys play or whatever, but I think it's like the 2018 maybe Madden or something. They
Madden?
have the Kenneka Jenkins T-shirts on the game.
Oh no, I didn't see that. That's crazy. Well,
Yeah,
I got the. I just ordered me. I know I told you already, but just bringing it up now that we on here. But I just ordered me a Kenneka Jenkins shirt, and I got the Ashanti Billy T-shirt. Oh yeah, that's. I'm happy you brought that up. So like, as far as like, cause I'm not making no money off this. Like I spent my own money off of this, and I'm wearing this shirt. Like these are personal T-shirts for myself. Just
right.
bring awareness to the case. Like now that you brought that up, how do you feel about? It's people out here that's
Making
purposely,
money
yeah,
off of
right,
her.
exactly. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm sorry. I look at it like this. I'm a hustler too.
Right.
I don't know if I was supposed to say that or not, but I'm a hustler too. So, I mean, if you can do it and get away with it, I don't want to sound obnoxious or anything like that, but what I'm saying is if you can,
No, just this.
whatever your hustle is your hustle.
Right.
And if you can make that hustle happen, make it happen, is what I'm going to say.
Yeah,
That's what I want to say because as I just told you, the guy, this one man, he have t-shirts, a t-shirt on that Manning tee that represents her. So, I mean, and he may not even be making money off of it, but that's what he did. But because I know in a lot of the videos that I'm watching now, that's what they're talking about. They're talking about making Kenneka Jenkins hats and coats and sweaters, if you will. If they can do that and get away with it, and that's their hustle, that's their hustle. Everybody got a little hustle, and it's up to you to support it.
yeah. I mean, I look at it like even with like people who sell like tobacco or something, it kill people, but we don't bash them for selling tobacco and that stuff is like really killing people, giving people
Yeah,
cancer and stuff. So I can feel
yeah.
that. So I mean, how do you feel? From this point, how do you feel they could go about fixing this case? Because it seems as though that they're doing a good job at like covering it up. So what do you think the next step should be as far as like, because it seemed like the mom is kind of powerless and it's like you got to have money in order to put like an FBI case or like what do you think they should do to as far as like solving this case the proper way
Okay, well,
to bring.
apparently the case has been solved,
No, I
and
mean,
apparently there's nothing else they're going to do about
I'm
it.
talking about in terms of like bringing justice for the mother and just for the general public of people who still believe that it's a possibility that this was foul play.
So, as I was saying, here's what I think should happen. I think that they should reopen the case because, like, okay, let me just say this. What sort of investigation was done? When they did the investigation, did they check this girl to make sure she didn't have sperm inside of her? Did they check up under her fingernails to see if she was fighting somebody? Somebody got skin up under her nails? I mean, how detailed was the investigation that they did before they closed it out? So I don't know if they can. I mean, her body is still like it's fresh. Like, can you guys like go back and I don't know. Like, maybe I'm just living this fairy tale. But did they do this stuff? Did they examine her to see if somebody put some sperm in her? Did they check her nails? Um, did they give the mother the opportunity to go in there and examine her body to make sure, you know, this is her daughter. She knows her daughter body. To see if just to see if any foul play, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. My main concern is, okay, if she doesn't take, if her mom says she doesn't take any kind of medication, why would she? Why is there something for seizures? You know,
Well, let me intercept real quick. So I don't know if you look at, because as I said before, every day I'm just looking at, the videos, and I'm just watching things. Just, looking at different things on the videos. I don't know if you saw it or not, because her mom said that she doesn't drink or get high. That was what her mom said in her own mouth. However, I've literally watched videos of this young lady, and this young lady gets high. This young lady gets high. So what I'm saying to you is this: the mom saying that she don't do these things, but she was doing them. So the mom says she don't take medication for this or she don't take medication for that. If you don't know your daughter get high, or you don't know your daughter drink, then how you know she ain't taking medication?
okay, but this is my thing. All right, because let's say me.
My thing is this, and sorry to cut you off again, but the only thing we as mothers can do is go by what you guys are telling us.
But this,
You understand?
yeah, but this is what I'm saying though. Even all right, let's say one of your kids, like, uh, let's just say out of us three, and let's say we might smoke or something, we might drink or something. You might know that, we might not know. That's something that you don't know. But in terms of like medication of seizure pills, like her mother, she has been with her daughter for since she was a baby. So she knows
Right.
in terms of like just her taking like medication as far as like seizures or whatever. Uh, in terms of like her, taking stuff, medication for like seizures or something. If like if she take medicine, she would know. And this is my thing, like what would she have something like if it's something for like let's say like the new stuff that they taking like Percocets and Zans and stuff like that, like that's different. But this is like seizure medicine. Like this is not something. It seems like why would you give somebody a pill for seizure? And that's my thing. Like was that purposely put in there? Like this is not no stuff that you get high off. This is something that you take for if you have seizures. But she doesn't have seizures. So this is what I'm saying. Like why was that pill put in there? You know what I'm saying?
All right, I do understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so if you don't take pills like that to get high off of, maybe she might have thought that they was putting a pill in there. She might have thought that they were putting the pill because maybe she does take pills and stuff, but she didn't know
Right.
that they were going to put a pill
A
for
different
right.
type of pill.
Exactly. Yep.
Right, right, and that's possible. You know what I mean? Maybe